Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Murmu. Sri Ramakrishna has moved to their own philosophy just by understanding Nirguna, Nirakara, Brahman and all words. Don't be carried away by the words. Brahman describing and all is done in the Upanishads also. So many people take up so many texts and try to explain what Brahman is. But whatever you can think of as Brahman is not Brahman. The words cannot explain what it is. Mind cannot conceive what it is. You may tell 100 things to a blind person about this world. He can never understand what this world is. What is seeing, what is light, how this world looks like can never be known by him. Only thing he can understand is what his ear depicts, what his other senses depict, except eye. He doesn't have eye to see. Any amount of scriptures, any scholar coming and telling what light is there, any scientist explaining him, it looks like this, it looks like that, light is something. He is seeing only darkness. He cannot see anything. He will never understand what is seeing, what is light, what is color, what are the shades. Nothing he can understand. Seeing itself he will never know. But once he gets eyes, for a few minutes, few seconds, and sees once, or at least in dream, he experiences seeing, then he understands what it is. So the remaining senses cannot depict. Like that, this mind and intellect also cannot understand. So Sri Ramakrishna is telling, it cannot be explained. Don't be carried away by the words they say in all scriptures. This bhasha, that bhasha, Shankara bhasha, and all bhashas are indicators. There is a thing beyond. Go ahead and see what it is. It cannot be explained what it is. To create your interest, your attention, to focus your attention, to transcend this nature and go beyond. All these explanations are given. The whole Upanishads aim at the Brahman as pointers only, nothing else. So this Sri Ramakrishna is making him understand in his own path. Apart from making him understand God is unlimited, with form also he can exist. He does exist. Because Sri Ramakrishna has seen all aspects of God that is available to human existence as a transcendental reality, as the immanent reality, as the Lord of the universe, as the Antaryami, the indweller, as the incarnation avatara. He has seen all aspects that human can experience God in these 5 ways. And he is explaining, don't limit God. So here we see Vedanta. Once a salt doll, he says, once Vidyasagar, I said to Vidyasagar, everything has been defiled by tongue. This cannot be defiled by tongue. And then, after having the vision of God, man is overpowered with bliss, ananda, excessive ananda. A little ananda more for us, we will not be able to understand or get will not be able to speak also. Even small emotions of heart, not experiencing bliss, ananda and all that. A little understanding also, it becomes very difficult for human to understand what it means or what it makes the difference. It is beyond our understanding at all times. Man becomes overpowered with bliss. He becomes silent. He cannot speak also in that ananda. Who will speak? Who will explain? He is not there. The king lives beyond 7 gates. At each gate sits a man endowed with great power and glory. At each gate the visitor asks, "Is this the king?" The gatekeeper answers, "No, not this, not this." The passes through the 7th gate and then becomes overpowered with joy. He is speechless. This time he does not have to ask, "Is this the king?" The mere sight of him removes all doubts. Preacher, yes sir, it is so described in Vedanta. It is so described in Vedanta. How slowly we do not know God, one thing. We do not know our path also. Each religion says this is the right path, they don't even know their own religion, the path, because they are not tread. They have read but not tread. When they go on walking in that path, after having crossed the path, then they will know what it means. Till then they will not know. At each gate, man sits up and says, "No, this is not the king. No, not this, not neti, neti." He becomes, and when the person passes through the 7th gate and becomes overpowered with joy, he is speechless because of the excessive joy he passes through. He becomes speechless. This time he does not have to ask, "Is this the king?" The mere sight of him removes all doubts. Preacher, yes sir, it is described so in Vedanta. He is slowly coming back to his path. Sri Ramakrishna is making walk in his path. Give up the empty talks, which path is right, with path God has given you. Each person has been endowed with particular nature and endowed with a particular path to go. Even in the, Sri Ramakrishna used to say, there are 4 yogas, suppose in Hinduism, as it is told, the Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Karma Yoga, and Raja Yoga, the 4 paths to realize God. One of them will be predominant, others will be just supporting it from the back. But minimum 3 yogas must be together to reach the, like bird must have 2 wings and 1 tail to decide its path, to reach its goal. If one of the wings are missing or tail is missing, if tail is missing, it cannot change the direction. If the wings are missing, it cannot fly at all. So to reach the destination, you must have minimum 3 yogas. So how difficult it to know my own path. And this combination differs from person to person. How much of bhakti you must have, how much of jnana you must have, because it is 3 entities. The variation are infinite permutations and combinations. Infinite. Just like mobiles, phones now, millions and millions of mobile, a particular range of electromagnetic waves. A particular range is given to each mobile range, military range. Within that range, millions and millions. You can imagine small differences will create. So each person has his own way to go. How he goes, in what way, God alone must guide him from within. And with intuition, he understands, this is my path. He struggles for a long time, just like a child will not understand what is the course in studies he is going to take. After passing 7th standard, a little understanding comes. What are the courses there? Before that, even the courses understanding doesn't come. When he passes his 10th standard, then his knowledge of the various courses available in education, he'll be able to understand a little better. But again, the profit and loss comes into picture. Which is effective now for making a living, which yields him more wealth and money. Then the problems comes. He will not be able to reach his optimum because of the desires are diverting him from the course. Now, which is not his course, he will take up for the desire of money. And he somehow manages, but fulfillment doesn't come. Full satisfaction of his job, or to go enter into the field of research. Suppose he is by nature is medical, and because of the earnings he goes to engineering. He does. But if he had gone in his path, he could have done so much of research in his field, because his nature is that to know, probe into that particular field. He could have given something great to the world, which he missed. The fulfillment did not come. Fulfillment comes only when you earn and give it to others. I must reach the goal and make others reach that goal. Give the path at least. So this we will not get the fulfillment, because I do not know about my path itself. I understand. After coming to understanding also, you will not know. Once you start going in that path, you will start knowing little by little, just like road leading to somewhere. Yes, sir. It is so described in Vedanta. Slowly he is coming to his own path and understanding secrets in his path. How Sri Ramakrishna is molding them, making them realize souls in this world. When the Godhead is thought of as creating, preserving and destroying, it is known as personal God, Saguna Brahman, or the primal energy, Adya Shakti. When Godhead is thought of as creating, preserving and destroying, when it comes to a new field altogether, as if we see here the truth is being revealed in a different style. The Lord of the universe, it is not only creating, preserving and then destroying. Manifestation, sustenance and retraction. Just like you enter into dream, experience a dream and come back to waking state again. How you enter, experience something and come back. The whole universe projects forth, manifests and come back. Go back to its causal form. Reverse it. In our case, we come to the waking state, see all this, act all this, and go back to In the depth, second stage of our deep sleep, we go back to our own nature, independent of entire external nature. How we withdraw, how we project forth. This we call at the cosmic level as creation, sustenance, and dissolution or destruction. This projection and withdrawal, retraction, the process, it continues eternally, just like we sleep and wake up. The whole universe goes to causal form, and when it is coming back, it is matter that is manifesting. The spirit is manifesting as matter. And this, just to understand this to be, say, water vapor, humidity in the air that is invisible is manifesting as the ice block by cooling. Humidity is unseen, cool, it becomes fog, then it becomes water, then becomes ice. It has manifested. The invisible has become visible. Now, inaudible sound, invisible things, now in TV, television, they broadcast television channels. It is all pervading. Anywhere, if you keep a unit which can absorb a TV set, antenna is put, then it catches and manifests. The unmanifest is becoming manifest in the TV screen. It is becoming manifest. So unmanifest become manifest is creation. And going back to the unmanifest state of absolute oneness with the all-pervading, when it becomes manifest, there is space which is giving room for that water vapor or the humidity to appear again in the same area. Now, the space is giving room for, it has given already. Space is, in the space itself it is there, humidity. And when it becomes ice by cooling, it is there in the space, is pervading it and giving existence to it. Like that in Brahman, in the absolute existence, when the relative existence manifests, it is pervaded by the Brahman, it is pervaded by the consciousness, it is pervaded by the Chaitanya, it is pervaded by the spirit. The spirit is pervading the matter. Because of the pervasion of the spirit, the matter appears to exist. Tasya bhasa sarvamidam vibhati. This all-pervading consciousness we call Ishvara, the Lord of the universe, which is pervading the universe, we call Brahman. The space and spot space. What has space? An object has space pervading it. This space we call pot space, room space. The space pervading the room is called room space, pot space, infinite space. Space is one, akhanda, but we divide according to the limitations that appear to be limiting it. It is not actually cutting down, it is pervading. It appears to be not there. So here we see the great difference of having the things. So when we say the Srishti Sthiti Pralaya is going on, it is God who is manifesting as the universe, pervading it, by pervading it. Material is God, pervasion is the name, form and movements. Nama Rupa Kriya alone is the appearance. Like in dream, mind becomes a world and again becomes a mind. The world, God becomes the world and again becomes the reality. Goes back to reality. When it is manifest, we call it personal God, because He is pervading the universe and governing it. Innumerable lives, all movements are governed by in His presence. So it is called personal God. Saguna Brahman, because qualities are there. He is sustaining, He is managing the whole things. All movements are, the nature is governing every life. With what perfection the universe is going on. You see the formation of the seed becoming tree, all these changes, earth and moon moving around each other. What a beautiful thing. With what perfection they move. Every electron in an atom, continuously, since the creation till the dissolution, they keep moving. All objects in its place, in its way, what it is. So all this is done by the presence of God. God is present, pervading it as Chaitanya, as Spirit is pervading. So that is called Saguna Sakara, Ishvara, the Lord of the universe, and then the absolute existence and relative existence. Primal energy or Adya Shakti, again when it is thought of as beyond the three gunas are what the nature is. Three gunas, Sattva, Rajatama. Sattva is cognition. There are living beings which understand, react to the situations, perceive. So these are cognition. This cognition property in the universe is called, these are expressing themselves. Chair is expressing itself. That's why I am able to see it. I have senses to perceive it. So the perception is possible. Cognition is where the objects project itself, becomes perceivable. Objects becoming perceivable, and the living beings perceiving it. The perceiving has to be there on one side, the revelation must be there on the other side. It must express itself. Now an object is there which is not expressing, showing itself, either to body or mind or senses, then it cannot be perceived at all. We don't understand its existence at all. Like dream state. We can never understand what dream state, though we go every day and come. Now I cannot conceive. My mind cannot understand what it is. My senses cannot understand what dream state could be. And the deep sleep could be. My mind or senses are not able to perceive. Nor my senses are able to perceive the deep sleep state, Sushupti. I understand because I am missing there. I myself am missing there. Who is there to perceive and see? So this cannot be understood. So perception also is not there. Revelation also, presentation, projection also is not there. Some object must be projecting themselves, manifesting, or it's making itself available to be seen, available to senses, heard, smell. So then cognition comes. This cognition belongs to Sattva. Then movements are there in the universe. Every object is constantly undergoing change. It's a constantly changing flux, this universe. So there is Rajas, and there is material objects which has existence but no consciousness. It is not manifest. Chit is not manifest. Sat is manifest. Existence is there. Conscious is not revealed. So this we call the tamas. Tamas, sattva, raja. If these three are not there, there is no universe. Beyond it, when we consider, there is no movement, there is no matter, there is no cognition. One reality in its own glory, experiencing joy or bliss as bliss. Then we call it Brahman. When it is thought of as beyond the three gunas, sattva, raja, tamas, then it is called attributeless reality. Nirguna, Nirakara, Brahma. beyond speech and thought. It immediately becomes beyond speech and thought, because it is not within the limits of time and space. What is beyond limits of time and space cannot be understood even by mind and intellect. And how will you know? By transcending mind and intellect, which belongs to nature. This is the Supreme Brahman, Parabrahman. Under the spell of God's Maya, man forgets his true nature. This is, under the spell of God's Maya, man forgets his nature. He forgets that he is heir to infinite glories of his Father. This divine Maya is made up of three gunas. How the creation comes into picture is, there is manifestation of this power. This power is Trigunatmika. This has power, is such a power that there is cognition, there is a duality. Subject-object comes into picture. The perceiver and the perceived, two gets divided. The duality comes, means it's over. There is guna. Qualities are there. Saguna sakara comes into picture. There is subject-object relationship. Seer and the seen, the sight. It becomes, everything becomes Triputi. Then all the gunas are manifesting. Sattva, Rajatama, I like and dislike. All these things come into picture. Then we see the things are changing. Under the spell of, this is Maya. In scientific terms, it is one appearing as many, like prism. In a prism, what happens? White light, one white light is passing through and becoming many multiple colors. Colors join together to become innumerable colors. Wood color is different, this color is different, sky color is different. It is combination of the few colors that is coming out of the prism. So it doesn't end with formation. It goes on changing, changing, changing. So here we see tremendous change coming over. And this is called Maya. The prism is called Maya, one appearing as many. He forgets the moment he sees multiplicity, the moment he sees the subject-object relationship, he forgets he is heir to infinite glories of his Father. This divine Maya is made up of the three gunas, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Sattva, Rajas, Tamas is cognition, movement and matter. And all the three are robbers, for they rob man of his treasure and make him forget his true nature. The three gunas are Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Of these, Sattva alone points the way to God, but even Sattva cannot take man to God. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.